Hello everybody and welcome to the AvNews Hour. We're finally back and yeah, we're going to be getting into today's latest news. And it's good to be back. So welcome everyone to the stream, everyone in the YouTube, everyone in the TikTok. I just wanted to try and get off my YouTube stream on here just in case anything goes wrong over there. Okay, but we are looking good here. Sometimes the intro doesn't really go that smoothly. But yeah, hope everyone is having a good day. And this is our first live stream since mid-September, which is when I left for my trip, obviously. How was my trip? It was good, yes. I did enjoy it. Of course, the vlog for my trip is coming out sometime this week. I'm hoping to edit it on Friday, maybe release it on Saturday. I think releasing it on Saturday is a good idea. Hey, Jack, thank you for the gift there on the TikTok, the sunshine gift. And MJ, welcome to the stream. So, the first bit of news I want to get into today, if I get this up on the screen. Okay, wait, hold on. You guys can only see my... If I move that here... Actually, I've got a better idea. Let me just switch this round. If I change the display capture to that one. Yep, that's perfect. Okay, and then let me just get my TikTok chat back up. All right, perfect. So the first bit of news I want to get into today, we had an emergency from this US Air Force Boeing C-32. As you can see, let me get the replay up. So it was going from Brussels to, we don't actually know where it was going to, but it had to make emergency diversion to Mildenhall. RAF Mildenhall. And actually, this plane was carrying the US Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth. It says that it has been forced to declare an emergency after a depressurization issue mid-flight, according to reports from multiple sources. So this is, of course, Boeing C-32, which is a military version of the Boeing 757. So yeah, the US Secretary of War is in the UK right now, I guess. He came in. Oh, okay, so, yeah, okay. Went out of coverage there. And also here, lost coverage as it went over the Atlantic. Not sure when around it turned around. Actually, you can see here it started to descend to 10,000 feet. So it would have turned around literally around this time. But yeah, went out of coverage for a bit. Hey, thank you so much for all the gifts coming in here. Martin with the Roses, United Aviation, Plane Watcher, and B2349. But yeah, hey, yes, guys, make sure you do join the Discord. Patrick, just put it in the YouTube chat, or you can go to the link in my bio on TikTok. So the aircraft serves as a transport for senior US military and government officials. It was about 30 minutes into the flight when the depressurization issue was detected. And of course, depressurization issue descended to 10,000 feet straight away and came into RAF Mildenhall. And the aircraft, of course, is now still at Mildenhall. I'm not sure when he's getting back to the US. So he was in Brussels. Does it say why he was in Brussels? I'm not too sure. Let's see. This is like happened about an hour ago. Oh yeah, I want to get up flight emergency here on X. So he reported American Air Force Flight SAM 153 squawking 7700, and then he said diverting to RAF Mildenhall, and you can see some screenshots from the actual incident on I believe this is airnav.radar. That's the one that he uses a lot. Some other emergencies we can get into a little bit later in the stream, so I'll keep that tab up. Okay. The crew of the Boeing C-32 made the decision to divert the flight to RAF Mildenhall, a US Air Force base in the United Kingdom. Serves as a critical hub for US military aviation in Europe. So that'll be why it is, yeah, okay. Pete Hegseth. I'm going to search it up just to see if there's any news coming about. I'll search up Brussels as well, because I want to find out why he was in Brussels. I don't actually know. Russia to negotiate Warns Moscow of imposing costs. Okay, yeah, so just NATO HQ. Is the NATO HQ in Brussels? I don't actually know. Oh yeah, Ukraine Defense Contacts Group meeting in Brussels. Okay, so just your usual meetings of people around the world in Brussels there. Okay, but let's get on to some other news. We had a thing about the Jeju Air flight. It's on my recent video. I haven't actually gone into too much detail on it on that video because there is quite a lot of information, I'm pretty sure. Obviously, the thing with lawsuits is it gets quite confusing. So the families of victims of the Jeju Air plane crash, Jeju Air Flight 2216, Boeing 737-800, on December 29th at Muan International Airport in South Korea, they have filed a lawsuit against the US manufacturer Boeing in an American court, holding the company responsible for alleged manufacturing defects. So yeah, they claimed that the plane had multiple failures in critical landing equipment when it was approaching the runway. So some things I didn't get into on the video were what was found out about that flight. I'll show you. We'll get into that actually. Any info about the formation of yeah, I did see that. The C-130 is above Germany. That's a good one. I'll look into that actually in a minute. I haven't seen anything. I've seen stuff about it, but no reasons. So obviously this flight was the deadliest aviation disaster involving a South Korean airliner since the 1997 crash of Korean Air Flight 801. I wanted to find, there was a good section on here about the bird strike. Where was it? I need to find it. Here it is. Okay, so yeah. So obviously the families are suing Boeing due to they were saying about all the critical landing issues and all that. So where was it? I'm trying to see here. Yeah, here we go. Both the cockpit voice recorder and the flight data recorder stopped functioning a few seconds before the Mayday call. Evidence of a bird strike with a species of migratory ducks later found in both engines. So they found evidence of a bird strike in both engines. The right engine had severe damage, but the left engine had only a bit of damage. So I'm pretty sure the right engine was like pretty much gone. The left engine was still operating, but an investigation found that one of the pilots accidentally turned off the other engine that was still only minorly damaged. So the engine that was severely damaged, they didn't turn that one off. They turned the other one off. That caused some issues, obviously, there and led to the crash. So people in my comments were saying, I want to read some of the comments. They had some good things. People were saying some good things. Yeah, so someone said, if it was a 15-year-old Boeing plane, Boeing had nothing to do with it. It's like if you buy a car in 2010 and in 2025 the brakes break, you can't blame the car manufacturer. It's some good points there. Someone said it was the pilot's fault. Of course, that's what I've just said as well. And airline's fault for not maintaining the plane if it was 15 years old. So yeah, obviously this was the aircraft here. What was the... Oh yeah. Hotel Lima 8088 is the registration. And it is 15-year-old aircraft. So yeah. Interesting. What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think. I don't think the lawsuit would do anything, really. But it's quite common to see stuff like that happen. I think even the Air India crash that happens in Ahmedabad, they've got some lawsuits happening. Not too sure if that was right or not. But yeah, that's the news of the Jeju Air crash. Thank you for the follows, by the way. Yeah, let's see about them US C-130s above Germany. I know Flight Radar tweeted something about it, so let's have a look. And actually, we can go ahead and see if there's still any. I'm guessing they've landed. It was a few hours ago. Oh, here we go. Look, 11 minutes ago, we've got an update on the diversion of that flight carrying the Pete Hegseth, U.S. Secretary of War. It says it diverted due to a cracked windscreen. So, cabin depressurization and a cracked windscreen. Okay. The thing is, with like some commercial incidents like that, you won't get information straight away like we have with this, because it's Air Force. I don't know if it's easier to get information out of it, of what happens, but it seems like that. Whenever there's an incident with a like Air Force plane, a lot of information gets put out. Like it's quite comes out quite fast compared to some commercial incidents. Although it's not always the case, obviously. But yeah, Flight Radar was tweeting about it. Let me get this up for you guys. Painting a model airport right now. I've always wanted to make a model airport, but I've never had space. Interest flight. No, it wasn't that. Ah, here it is. It's 5 hours ago. Yeah, look at this. So if I click this, will it take me to the... Yeah, so show aircraft history. So Lockheed Martin, C-130J, Hercules. And how many was there? 8 of them. 8 of them in a row. Headed back to Ramstein. Ramstein to Rams... Wait, so... Were they just flying about? I guess so. I think probably just training them all. Just a training mission sort of thing. Although I'm not... Obviously, I don't really know. But yeah, it was pretty interesting, that. Because I did see this on the radar like a few hours ago. Someone said jumpers. Oh, do you know, it could be. I know when they do like the parachuters, they do tend to have like a lot of planes in a row doing it. I've seen a video like that. Let me see if I can find a picture like that. Yeah, I get what that could be, but I don't know. We'll see. Interesting. Okay, some other news to get into. We had a Singapore Airlines flight from Manchester. I had to divert to Baku in Azerbaijan. I'm pretty sure that's Airbus A350 on its way to Singapore, diverted to Azerbaijan. Flight SQ301, if I get this up. SQ301, not 391. SQ301. Yeah, so here it is. Manchester to Singapore, diverted to Baku. A350-900, Victor Sierra Mike Bravo. What was the reason? So someone caught it on takeoff. Climbed to 37,000 feet and cruised over Europe. After flying over the Black Sea, the aircraft entered Turkey, Armenia, then Azerbaijan airspace. Once over the Caspian Sea, the crew made a rapid descent to divert to Baku due to a medical emergency on board. Okay, a medical emergency. Also, something I wanted to get into. I was going to make a video on this, but it was already quite an old thing once I saw it. It was this. So, let me know if you guys saw this. It was an Airbus A300 DHL cargo. It's a pretty crazy incident, obviously captured by Big Jet TV. I'm sure you know who that is. So let's watch this clip, because it is... It's quite crazy.
Oh, easy, son, easy, easy.
And then it does a go around. After the tail strike, does a go around. Takes a while, obviously. And yeah, there it goes. Back up into the air. It's a tail strike and a go around there. So that was captured by Big Jet TV. Was it on Sunday, maybe? I think it was on Sunday, maybe. Raising questions after pilots. Yes, okay. Okay, so pilots performed a go-around after the reverses and spoilers had started deploying following the tail strike. The event has stirred discussion among aviation observers. Yes. Okay, but yeah, it's pretty crazy incident there that happened at Heathrow. The tail strike appears to have taken place during a go-around. Okay, so that's what people are saying. That the plane was going to do a go-around and then the tail strike happened. But, don't know. Thank you for the roses, by the way. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, Patrick, I did see that. Yeah, I was going to talk about this. I have no idea why so many people are tracking this Kenya Airways. I could probably find out. I'm wondering if there's like a footballer on it or something. Nairobi to Mumbai. I don't think that'll be a footballer's flight. But you know, sometimes when there's like loads of people tracking a flight for no reason, it's because of like some celebrity on it or something. I'm gonna search it up now, and we can try and find out why this plane is being tracked by so many people. KQ202. Yes, aviation experts, welcome to the stream. I do remember you. Oh, here we go. So we'll be tracking KQ202 flight to and from India for Prime Minister. Ah, okay. So it looks like the Kenyan Prime Minister is on this flight. Oh, wait. I think it's carrying someone's body. How can Kenya... Oh, so wait. Wait, what? So did the Kenyan Prime Minister... It looks like... This looks like the Kenya Prime Minister may have died and it's carrying his coffin back to... I don't know if he's from Mumbai. That is what it looks like. Oh, Jesus. I thought he was like on it doing some deal in Mumbai. Wait, we need to see what happened here. Former Prime Minister of Kenya. Oh yeah, former Kenyan Prime Minister dies aged 80. Okay, so he was the Prime Minister. When was he Prime Minister? He was Member of Parliament, Leader of Opposition in Kenya from 2013. So he died today. Yeah, wow, that is pretty interesting. So yeah, we just found out the reason this Kenya Airways flight KQ202 is #1 tracked is because the former Kenyan Prime Minister died today, and it is carrying his coffin to Mumbai now. I'm not too sure why he's going to Mumbai, but that seems the reason. Interesting. Okay. How was your holiday? It was good. Yes, I did enjoy it. Someone's telling me to look up this registration. I'll take a look. Registration being delivered tomorrow. Did I write that right? Oh, HLYO. Got it the wrong way around. Wait, did I get it wrong again? Let me just copy paste it. Oh, maybe it's not on Flight Radar. Do you know what? I did think it was a Jet2. Jet2 receiving a lot of deliveries in the last few weeks. Ah, you can't... Wait, planespotters.net makes you log in now. I don't even have an account. Oh, well. Okay, that's interesting though. So Jet2 getting another aircraft delivery. Yeah, so this is pretty interesting with this KQ202 flight. Operated by Boeing 737-800s. 5 Yankee Charlie Yankee Delta. Oh yeah, I was trying to look up the aircraft someone put in the chat, but I already found it, so don't worry. That is the aircraft. The Pride of Africa. Okay. Actually, guys, so I know I've just come back from a trip, but I have another trip literally in a few days. It's only for 3 days. So I'll be flying. This is my flight. I'm not doing this as like one to get #1 tracked or anything. This is just like a little thing. I might do a little video on it. Gatwick to Nice in France. I'm not actually staying in Nice. Because Nice serves as Nice and Monaco. So I'm going to be going to Monaco, but more on that. Well, I'm not really going to do much about my trip there because I've already just done a vlog on my one that just happened. So that one's just like, yeah. But it's pretty. It won't be one where I don't return to live stream a week after. The only reason I didn't go straight back to live streaming after my trip to America was because I had a few things to sort out. Some things happened while I was gone, not regarding anything to do with like my social media and all that, but just some other things in my life. But yeah, that's all done, which is good. And yeah, I should be just straight back. I don't know, I might schedule some videos to post while I'm gone. So there's literally no break. Why is that #1 tracked? So the former Prime Minister of Kenya sadly died today, and this plane is carrying his coffin to Mumbai right now. Again, not too sure why Mumbai, but that is where it is going. Love your videos. Hey, David, thank you very much. There's a US Air Force KC-135 over New York. Oh, not New York. Over York from Mildenhall right now. We can try and... Do I have any filters on? A320 family. All categories, military and government. Here it is. There is the KC-135 Strato tanker. Show us your Thomas Cook merch. I don't have it on me right now. I don't know actually where it is. I need to find it. Wonder why it's in a normal Kenyan plane. That is true, yeah. But I don't know. You would think it would be in some like private aircraft, but yeah, that's a good question actually. I'm not too sure why they chose to do it in just a regular 737 Kenyan Airways, unless there's no passengers on it and it is just. Check the #2 tracked. Oh wait, I can find out more about this plane. Okay, so it's just south. Is that Puerto Rico? Here it is. Okay, so the #2 track flight right now is this plane. Eastern Airlines Boeing 767-300ER. And not too sure where it's going. Again, probably someone on board that. But interesting, yes. Yes, ADSB Exchange is just, yeah, I can find out more about that. Anytime like something like that, like it says not available, not available, not available, and you can't see what airline it is, ADSB Exchange normally, I'd say 90% of the time, ADSB Exchange will have more information on it. My home airport is Newcastle, and the last cool plane to land was an AirX A340 from Seoul. Was that actually when Newcastle United? Was that for Newcastle United? Because I know Newcastle United, like the football club, actually used an AirX A340 to go on their Asian tour before the season started. It was that, yeah. I had a whole thing of like this summer just tracking like all the flights like that. Saw the Air Drake 767 leaving Hamburg 2 months ago as an unknown plane. Yeah, the Air Drake plane was parked at like Exeter Airport for a few days, and I just kept seeing things about it. So that was very funny. If I get it up, Air Drake, Exeter Airport. It's actually quite a nice livery on that plane. Yeah, here it is at Exeter. Operated by Cargo Jet, or they sponsor it at least, I don't know. This is like a camouflage livery for a plane, if you get what I mean. That's your local airport, Exeter. Has Sean told you about his lovely interview when the Antonov came to Dublin? I did see that, yeah. I did see the interview. That was pretty cool, though. Yeah, my local airport closed in 2014, unfortunately. But maybe reopening soon. That was Manston International Airport. Drake got it gifted from Cargo Jet. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Cargo Jet. Are they the ones with that quite... Cargo Jet... It is Canada. Yeah, okay. I was going to say, I like this livery. What's the other one? There's a livery of like a cargo. I think it's like called a Mary something cargo. I don't know what it's called. It's like an American livery. Is it Amerijet? I think it is, yeah. Is Amerijet from America, or is it just called Amerijet? I have no idea. International airline. Yeah, this is like one of my favourite liveries for a cargo plane. In 2022, they had a 757 fleet expansion. I wonder if any of those have been delivered yet. Or actually, it probably would have been a... Yeah, I think... Was it a... No, it couldn't have been... Now we're interested in seeing... Anyway. Oh, someone... What was this used for? Patrick found... Provides... Okay, I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, there's... To be honest, not too much news today. I'm going to see if there's anything else on here. It was just them two. But yeah. That was interesting about the Kenyan Airways flight. I might make that like a clip on TikTok or something. Because I had no clue about it, and you could see me in real time realise why it was being tracked. But guys, I think I am going to go for today's stream. I know it was only a short one today, but there's not much else to really talk about. So I'm not going to sit here just waffling about nothing for the next half an hour. But I will be back tomorrow night, maybe around the same time, 7, 8, maybe 6. I don't know. But thank you guys for watching today's stream, and yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll also be posting some more videos tomorrow, of course. If any breaking news happens tonight, well, we'll see what happens, I guess. But I'll be on the lookout as always. So yeah, thank you guys for joining.